Hey, good people. What is going on? This is part 3 of my Sunday Success Series Marathon. I'm going on and on and on. And I know I said 6 o'clock hour, but I didn't realize I had finished in 6 o'clock hour. So now we're on the 7 o'clock hour. And I'm so excited to bring you 7 more success secrets that I have learned over the past 2.5 years, just learning and gleaning and getting just tips and strategies and things to help me over my time period here and things that I just want to share with you. So if you have not already checked out my last 2 videos, please do go back and check out the last 2 videos. If you'd like to connect with me, do so at bit.ly/pursuit to power, capital P, capital T, capital P, pursuit to power. I'm so excited. So thank you for joining me on yet another number 3 for the evening. And let's get started. So number one is let's visualize, what we're going to do. Let's visualize our dream. Let's visualize our just the things that we want to see for ourselves in the future. The number one question I ask everyone who comes across me, anyone who'd like to learn anything, the very first thing I ask is, how do you see yourself 1 year from now? 1 year from now. We are almost at the end of the year. This is almost Christmas. Because they have totally just skipped over Thanksgiving altogether. I don't know about where y'all live, but here in the 757, it's nothing about Thanksgiving going on, but the fact that we're going to eat. Everything in the stores says Christmas. So how do you see yourself 1 year from now? If you bumped into yourself in a 1 year from now, what would you like to see? How would you like to see your business? How would you like to see the way you dress, the car you drive, the place you live? What would change about what you're doing right now? Where do you see yourself 1 year from now? So as you're asking that question, I want you to visualize what you see. I want you to understand that that vision that you see is the vision that has been downloaded into your spirit. And if that vision has been downloaded into your spirit, then it is something that you should now work towards. So you see yourself in the future. You understand where you are going. You pull it back to the now, and you work towards it. Period. Let me tell you something. I have already set up my 2017. I already know the person I want to run into, all the way down to the glasses I'm going to be wearing. Like this is how serious I am when I say visualize yourself. All the way down to the glasses that I am going to be wearing. When I see myself 1 year from now, I'm going to have a different set of glasses. I'm going to have a different shade of nails. I don't know about the lipstick, but we're going to work on that. Because I love my reds and my berries. This one will always... Hey, Tim. So, where do you see yourself? Do I see myself? Yes, I see myself with my hair all the way down to here. My own hair. Let me tell you something. Visualize what you want to see. And you work towards it. If you see yourself 20 pounds smaller, then you work towards it. If you see yourself speaking on stages into major conferences, then you work towards it. How do you see yourself 1 year from now? I want you to think about you. Tim, yeah, preaching first. Yes. What do you see 1 year from now? Look, you sitting down, you in the mall, you about to shop for Christmas again, and boom, there you go walking by. What store did you walk into? Did you walk into the dollar store? Or did you walk into Michael Kors? I'm just being serious. Did you walk into Target or did you walk into Nordstrom's? Like, where do you see yourself 1 year from now? I want you to visualize that, bring it back to the present, and let's make a run for it, y'all, period. That's number one. Number 2, y'all notice, this is my favorite. This is my number 1. This is who I am, the time management and productivity strategist. People, work on your time management skills. Your time management skills. The very first thing I do with a time management in my system, in my process, the very first thing I ask a client, what are your non-negotiables? You must know what your non-negotiables is before you can even begin to manage your time properly. Because if you take out the things that you love, then you will not love the things that you're doing. If you completely take out the fact, and they say, oh, well, you need to turn off the TV. Oh, you need to stop partying. Oh, you need to stop this. But if you completely cut out everything that you love, then you will not love the thing that you're doing. You won't. So make time for family. If that is your non-negotiable, you make time for your family. You make time for your spouse. If you got a boo jank, then you make time for your boo jank. If you got your kids in sports and everything, make time for your kids. If it's Sunday, it's Sunday dinner, and you don't want to do nothing on a Sunday, then don't. But, compensate for that time that you need to work on your business. That is how you manage your time. Take the time. As I always say, if you can take 1 hour to watch Empire on a Wednesday night, then you can take 1 hour a day to build your own empire. And why not? Why not? Why not take those times and just those moments? It's amazing what you can do with 1 hour a day. I always reference the 4-Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferriss. If you ever get the chance to read that book, the 4-Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferriss, it will blow your mind. Because I guarantee you are spending your time on nothingness. Your mama called, your girlfriend called in the middle of the day, you end up in a conversation that you really ain't supposed to be in right now because you could be talking to somebody else. Hey, sis, what's going on, sis Bishop? So what could you be doing throughout your day that you spending time? If you wrote down everything you done in a day, if you wrote down everything you've done in a day, you will realize how much time you have wasted. How much time you have wasted scrolling through Facebook trying to see what everybody is doing. How much time you have wasted on absolute nothingness. My poster falling. How much time you have wasted on absolute nothingness when you could be using that time building something and creating something that could possibly earn you some coins. Earn you some money. So stop wasting time on nothingness and let's learn to manage our time just a little bit more effectively. Not everyone wants to be rich and they say, I just want to be comfortable. But I wholeheartedly believe that in order for you to be comfortable, honey, you have to be rich. That's just me, honey. I don't know. I didn't say I wasn't at peace. I am at peace in my home. That's two totally different things. I am at peace in my home. But to be comfortable in what you want to do, go where you want to go, shop when you want to shop, do what you want to do, and all of the above, honey, you got to be rich, honey. Thank God I scrolled to Facebook and saw. Thank you, sis. I know, right? Every now and then it'll work out for you. But people, work on your time management skills. And y'all already know that's my niche, that's my thing, because as I continue to motivate people, as I continue to inspire people, and as you begin to believe in your heart that you can actually work towards something, you got to find that time to do it. You have to find the time to make it work, especially if you a single mom, a stay-at-home mom, if you are a father and you working 2 jobs trying to take care of your house and your baby. Look, listen, you got to find the time in there because there are people out there that need you. You have to make that time. It's no excuse. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. The president himself has the same 24 hours in a day, and not only is he running our country, he had to help run other countries. So you have no excuse. Thank you, sis. You have absolutely no excuse. Get up and do what you need to do. If you need help with your time management strategies, I am doing a webinar at the end of this month. At the end of this 30-day series, I will be doing a webinar at the end of this month on November 30th. And I will, show you some of my time management systems, strategies, and things that I do to get going. As you see, I make time. So you can make time as well. Look at these people. Who's that? The door is opening. You out. Okay. Look at people just you don't want to be on the tube. I would put the baby daddy on the tubes, but I'm talking right now. You go. Thank you. Anyway, see, you gotta make time. It don't matter. Anyway, yes, people. So November 30th webinar. I will give y'all the details later because listen, it's no more excuses, it's no more hesitations, and it's definitely no more resolutions, people. We are going to make this work. We are going to find time to do what we have to do. November 30th, I try to do it. Yes, and I will send you not a confirmation. I'll send you a reminder in the whole nine. bit.ly/pursuit to power to make sure that you will not miss it. Next, organize your workspace. I see this at work. I see this at home. I see this everywhere. People, if your workspace is cluttered and a mess, your mind is cluttered and a mess. I don't care what nobody says, organized confusion. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, it's all messy, but I know where something is. No, you don't. No, you don't. Keep your workspace clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness, people. Keep your workspace clean. Keep your workspace neat. People walk into my office at work, they already know. Look, I have this pile here, I have this here, and I have things on the wall that is supposed to keep me in line. I can't stand all that junk all over the place. I know exactly what I want. Like right now, I wish y'all could see. I have my notes here. I have my notebook here. I have everything I need right here in front of me, piece by piece. Keep your work area clean. If someone called you today, so let's say you on live right now, you on live and somebody just so happened to pop on your live that could be somebody that could possibly give you a check for $100,000 and they get right on your live or right off your live, DM you and say, can you send me a copy of your business plan and all your profit and loss statements for the past 6 months? Would you be able to do it, or would you be scrounging around your office that you got all junky, all on your workspace and all on your desk? You'd be out $100,000 because you wouldn't know what none of that stuff is. Be organized in everything that you do. Be organized in your business. Be organized in your personal. Know what you want to do. I got a friend right now joking because he said, you always got a plan. I always got a plan. I already knew exactly what I want to do today on Thursday. It's just how I am. I already know what I need to do for my business all next week. From Monday through Friday, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I already know what I'm doing on Saturday. Like I already know. Have some kind of organization to your business. Your organization will then get you systems. Your system will have your processes. And let me tell you something. Once you begin to get processes in line, then people will begin to process them fees, and you will then process your PayPal account, people. It all works together. I'm going to need y'all to get organized. That's my number 3. Number 4. Create schedules or use a calendar. Create schedules and use a calendar. I wish I had my social media schedule and calendar with me. I don't, because I keep it close to my workspace. But listen, I just put this together. I got to get rid of this little thing. I can't stand it already. I just put my calendar together. For all of you who know or don't know, I am a planner girl to the end, people. But have some kind of calendar. Even if you write it, women, even if you write it, even if you don't write it, even if you have an electronic calendar, you keep things in Google. This is a month. This is a month's time. Have everything right there in front of you. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. Once you begin to work, once you begin to do, and opportunities begin to come at you, Things are going to start to overlap. I'm in a place right now. I have something overlapping, and I did not realize that it was overlapping. So I'm trying to work my way through it. But always keep a calendar so that if you want to do something, remember I said earlier, seize the moment. Grab your moment right then. But if you know it's something you want to do, but you can't do it if you already committed yourself to something on that same day and same time. But how would you know if you don't keep a calendar? How would you know if you don't write this stuff down? How would you know if you don't keep a schedule? Know what you want to do. And on the flip side of keeping a schedule and keeping a calendar, then that will keep you in line of what you could and could not do for someone else. I'm sorry, I can't do it this day. I'm busy. Don't always be open. You know, that's one of my mentors told me that. She said, don't always be open. You know, every time somebody asks you to do something, don't be like, yeah, no. Every now and then say no so you can look like you somewhat important. Don't always be open. Have a calendar, write something on it, act like you're important in some kind of way, and then people will come looking for you. Ooh, oh, she couldn't do this time because she already had prior engagements, so I'm going to try to get her next time. Let me tell you something. That's how it works, people. If y'all ain't know, now you know. So now I guess I'll scroll down. Records on and pick it up. Okay, sis. Yeah, man, this is how it works. Don't always have a whole plan of other people's agendas. Have your own agenda as well. I'm sitting here, I wish y'all could see me, honey. I'm sitting here working on next year's stuff. Look at here. I got this from my coach. Right here is the Business Building Journey Journal for 2017, where you actually write out everything you want to do for the entire year. Obviously, you see, I got to get to work. So listen, have some type of agenda for yourself. Keep some kind of calendar for yourself, because you need to know when you're available, when you're not available, and you need it right in your hands right then. Next is be analytical about your results. Now, this comes later on when, you know, someone asked me, I think it was the other day, someone asked me, how do you know what to talk about? How do you know what to teach about? How do you know what to say when you get on live? Well, hey, that's cool. How do you know what to say when you get on live? My answer is, once you begin to, if you feel like you're walking in your purpose, once you begin to get out there, you begin to walk in your passion. As people begin to understand you, as people begin to join your audience and get into your community, then you're going to understand what they need from you. Your results and the things that you do will show themselves. That again is how I went from Worthy of Wealth Empowerment, which I'm still Worthy of Wealth Empowerment, but as I begin to teach and share my heart, people then begin to say, hey, I believe in you, I believe in myself, and I really want to do it, but I just don't have the time. Listening to my audience, looking at the results, I put out a survey and I said, what do you want to do? If you'd like to take, matter of fact, let me tell you something. Y'all would be amazed. Amazed. And I keep, this is why I keep the calendar, y'all. Y'all ain't understanding, but y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. Look, this is what I want you to do. Hold on, this is what I want you to do. I want you all to go over and take this survey. Let me find my survey answer. All right. bit.ly/power survey. bit.ly/power survey. It is only 5 quick questions about whatever it is that you need for your business, personal, whatever. What are you most interested in? That is how you begin to be more analytical about your results. You're just a little more analytical about what you share. You're a little more analytical about what you create, because you could create 1,000 things, and if nobody wants those 1,000 things, they want this one thing. Now you've created those 1,000 things for absolutely nothing. So you have to understand what your audience wants. You have to understand where your biggest results are coming from, and you work from there. So if you need help with that, please get with me, bit.ly/pursuits to power. That was number 5, y'all. Oh my God, it's going by so fast, so fast, so fast. Number six, ask a question even if you think it's a stupid question. Ask a question even if you think it's a stupid question. I'm in this Facebook group right now where there are some high-level leaders in this group. There are some women in this group who've been in the game, who six-figure earners, who do what they do, and sometimes the founder of the group will say something or post something or have some kind of statement, and I know my question seems kind of minor. I know my question seems kind of immature at times, but even if you feel like the question is stupid, ask it anyway, because you know what she does? She answers the question for me anyway, because she knows and understands that everyone is not on the same level. And it's just like you, even if you are in the beginning stages, you don't know what you don't know until you get to the next level. And then how are you going to make it from one level to the next if you try to figure it all out yourself? No matter how minute the question is, it doesn't matter how stupid you think the question is. Let me tell you something. We are so quick to get on our kids, to tell them to ask a question in class, but as adults, we won't do it. I don't understand that. The same things that we tell our kids is not the same thing that we do for ourselves. Immaturity is not asking the question exactly. Immaturity is sitting there knowing you have a question, knowing you need an answer, and not asking it anyway. Sitting there trying to figure it out. And why? Because I guarantee you, in a room of 10 people, that one stupid, silly question you think is stupid, 3 other people got the same question, but nobody want to ask it. And I'm the one that's going to ask that question. I'm the one that's definitely going to ask that question because I need to know. And I don't want to get all the way home and then have to try to figure it out. I don't like to try to figure out something. It just annoys me. Just like going through a middleman. I don't like middleman. Let me just talk to the person I need to talk to. It's the same thing. People ask any question, regardless of how minute or how dumb you might think it is, ask it anyway. Because it could be that one question, it could be that one answer that could make or break your business. It could be that one answer that you need that's going to get you that 6-figure salary. All it takes is that one question. So what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there with your hands crossed, get to that breaking point? And let me tell you something. That glass ceiling is put there by you. You are the only one who put that glass ceiling there. You can't say, oh, I'm at my job and I'm stuck here and that's as far as I can go. That glass ceiling, you put there yourself. I always say the glass ceiling is only the basement to your next level. But all it takes is that one question. If you ask that one question, now you at the next level and you work your way up till you get to that next glass ceiling. That's all it is. Don't let that glass ceiling feeling have you stuck because you choose not to ask the questions that you need. In the organization that I'm in, they always say you got to ask the right question to get the right answer, right? For all my brothers and sisters out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. You got to ask the right question to get the right answer, but not in business. If you don't know the answer, if you don't know something, then ask the question regardless. Truth connect you to the answer. The question is a part of the whole answer. The question is a part of the whole answer. You are absolutely right. Thank you, Mr. E, man. It is so true. Now, number seven. Now, once you've asked the question and once you receive the answer, number 7 is don't be offended. Don't be defensive. Don't be irrationally defensive about the answer that you get. Y'all seen the movie, You Can't Handle the Truth. Well, okay, well, you asked a question. So when you ask a question, be prepared for whatever comes back from it. You can't be mad because somebody said something that might hurt your feelings, even if you thought, oh, I didn't know. Oh, you might have been. Let me tell you something that happened to me. This is a true story. I had been talking to this person, just kind of, getting some information or whatever. And, after a while, they just got sick of it. And that last answer that they gave me just totally shut me down. But it was an answer. So you cannot be defensive about the answer that you get. If you come to someone and you coming from the heart, you know what? I always say I'd be grateful for the person that's going to fry me and give me the true answer rather than somebody that's just going to tell me something because they love everything that I'm doing. You can't learn anything from a person that loves everything that you're doing because you ain't doing everything perfect. But that's what that person sees because they want to be in your space. They want to be in your realm. They want to be in what you're doing. But how are you going to learn anything if you don't ask the right person the question that's going to give the answer that they're going to give you be the right answer? Whether you like it or not, ask the question whether you're going to like the answer or not. Period. And let me tell you something. Women is good for that. And I don't understand. Here we go again. We quick to do something that has nothing to do with business. I.e., a woman to ask a man, does he have another woman? But you won't ask a question that you know you don't want to answer. Do you know that you need the answer? You don't need the answer to that question. You need to ask, the answer to your business. You don't need the answer to that question. But you'll ask the questions that you don't want the answer to, and you are ready to accept whatever answer he gonna give you. But when it comes to business, you don't want to ask the question and be ready to accept the answers that they gonna give you. It's the same concept, people. Ask the question. It is the next step to your next level. That is the only way that you are going to get there. So let me recap on my seven for the 7 o'clock hour. Let me recap. Number one, visualize where you want to go. Ask yourself, where do I see myself in 1 year? If I bumped into me 1 year from now, what do I want to see? Even down to the glaciers, people. Even down to the glaciers. What do you want to see? Number two, work on your time management skills. Put all of your non-negotiables on there first, and then you work everything into it. If you have 1 hour to watch Empire, then you have 1 hour to build your empire. Use it wisely. Number three, organize your workspace. If your workspace is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. Be prepared for any and everything that is coming your way. Is coming your way because people, we are walking in faith. We are walking in belief. We are walking in the knowledge that we know that good things are supposed to happen to me. Number four, create a schedule or use a calendar. Create a schedule or use a calendar so that you can keep up with the things that you can and cannot do. You cannot do it all. Seize the moment and be where you need to be. Show up where you need to show up. But if you see a thing that you want to do, you got to look on your calendar to see, am I available to even do it? People will start to come to you once you get yourself out there. Once you start to put your business out there, you start to put your face out there, people will begin to come to you. You can't always be open. You can't always be open. You will not. Number five, be analytical about your results. Know what your audience wants. And the only way that you can find out what your audience wants is that you have to go out there and share some value. Again, I started off in motivation and inspiration. And people say, I believe you. What do I do next? So I had to give something tangible. That is how you become more analytical about your results. Understand what your audience wants. Again, take my survey. bit.ly/power survey, capital P, capital S. bit.ly/power survey is quick 5 question survey, but it'll just tell me exactly what you want. And it's all, let me tell you something, it is all anonymous. There's no names to it. So it's all anonymous. I don't know who answered. I don't know what, but at least I know what my audience needs and what I could share. Number 6, ask the questions regardless of how minute you think the question is, how minor the question is, how stupid the question is. Ask your question because it could be the answer that could get you to the next level. Always, always ask a question. And number 7, don't be defensive about the answer that you get from that question. Do not become irritated or defensive about the answer that you receive from that question. You need to know, and the right person will tell you the truth. You want the person that's going to absolutely be honest with you, be upfront with you, and be truthful about any and everything that you are seeking. When you are seeking knowledge, you want someone who will share, the things that they can share from you, who can answer the question honestly and all. Oh, thank you. Apply oneself and be able to accept constructive criticism and part of one's growth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do this for people because I've learned these are things that I've learned. These are things that are constantly coming at me, and we have got to stop being stuck in what we do. We have got to continue to act. We have to move and press forward. It is my mission that we bust down the doors in 2017 with no excuses, no hesitations, and no resolutions whatsoever. So that is my piece, and I will come back with you for the 8 o'clock hour, I guess. I have no idea what time it is. So I will come back with you at the 8 o'clock hour for my last 7 tips of the night. I wanted to go up to about 9 o'clock, and the Raiders Broncos is playing. I really want to see that game because they are playing in Oakland. So I really want to see that game. So I'm not going to be on the twos with y'all too long for my last 7. But y'all, again, these are tips and secrets and things that I've learned over. Hey, Sheena! Tips and things that I've learned over the past 2.5 years that I feel that other people can truly learn from them. I'm your girl, Ms. Robin Wiggins, your Worthy of Wealth Empowerment partner, bringing you part 3. Connect with me at bit.ly/pursuit to power, capital P, capital T, capital P, pursuit to power, to get more of these tips. And I will see y'all, I'm guessing, in the 8 o'clock hour. I don't know. Hey, girl! I don't know exactly what time it is, but I will see you all in the 8 o'clock hour. If it's already past the 8 o'clock hour, then I will come back to you in a few minutes because I'm not going to be on the tubes with y'all while this game is on too long. Listen, there are no limits. We are our own obstacle. Let me tell you something. We are our own obstacle. We have to keep an open mind. And I'm going on this Rachel Pearls. Man, the Raiders been my dad's team. I mean, ever since as long as I've been born. So it's probably been longer than that. But his team is doing so good. And y'all know the Raiders. I don't know, but I really want to see this game. So if it's past 8 o'clock, I will be back later in the 8 o'clock hour, probably in a few minutes, to share my last 7 tips with y'all. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to take a quick break. Give me some juice or something for my voice. And I will see y'all in a few. All right. Peace.